Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
So good to see y'all. Got a pretty neat little show coming in tonight. Let's see who we got in here tonight. So far, we have the Roses.
Can you pause it for a minute?
Hold on, let me give us a second.
Hold on. Sorry about that,
guys. I had to do something right quick. Anywho, it's all good. Appreciate everybody for coming in here. And good to see y'all after 2 weeks. Just had so much going on and work and sickness
and school has started back and just so much.
So we're good. All right, welcome in, May. So good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in.
By. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday.
Everybody that tunes in from home but they can't chat, thanks so much for coming in. We sure appreciate it. Guys that watch back later, we appreciate y'all too. We really
we appreciate all the support you've been giving us lately.
I've been getting to do some pretty neat stuff. Let's see, what are we at?
Well, almost halfway.
959 people.
Between 900, yeah.
We 41 people being to 1,000 subscribers. It's insane.
Yep. And that's all thanks to y'all.
All right. I thought I'd just throw that in there. A little update on all that. Like I said, it's super good to see y'all, and got to bring a big rose in here this time. That was the prettiest rose. And got a pretty cool show coming tonight. Learning about a strange creature I've never heard of before. I never even read anything on it, so I'm going to learn about it with y'all. And we got to go to a super cool back caves. I think that video's already out. Yeah. That's super neat. Super smelly. This is one time I'm so glad we don't have smell-o-vision because bat poop stinks.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool place, really cool investigation. I feel like we got a few answers. We
wanted to go back and with all the equipment.
Let's see if they've got anything to say. I kind of last minute come up with that. I never even heard of the place.
I heard about it, but I didn't know it was near us. So.
And I never even heard of it before, and I saw a video on YouTube just kind of flipping through it. I'm like, we are going there. So, welcome in, Wendy. So good to see you. Thank you so much.
I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday.
Really.
Not Wednesday.
Monday. Super good to see y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in. And we got another video coming up for y'all too. 2 videos actually.
Yeah, this week.
Years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, looking around on Google Maps, hunting places that cemeteries where they were or used to be but are not or whatever. Found a cemetery. We kind of went to it. We're like, man, the point says it's in the woods behind these people's house. We can't do that. Welcome in there, Jonathan. Thank you so much for coming in. It's good to see you. But I'm like, man, we just can't do this location because it's in their yard. We do not have family there, so I don't really want to bother them. And then I just so happened to look it up on Find a Grave, and the location was not at the house, but in the woods next to their house. Now, that changed things because when we went down there was a path. So we filmed a video hunting the place, and then once we found it, we did an investigation. Really awesome. It kind of wasn't what I was hoping for. You know, when you're looking for cemeteries, you're hoping to find dates or names or something to be able to identify anything, you know, when it might have been created or something.
But it was that old.
No information at all. So just y'all have to wait for the video.
But it was still cool.
It was a really cool adventure for all of us. I enjoyed that. And then after we got through doing that, we went and got some lunch, went to the park, fed the ducks, and enjoyed ourselves. And then hopefully, I don't know when we're going to have free time to go. Another cemetery that I have been hunting for absolute years that I do have family at. My great-grandmother passed away in 1950 at the age of 34 years old when my grandmother was like 8. She was little. She was buried at a cemetery that does not have a name. And back then, they had no money. Like, they were very poor. And so she does not have a stone, though. Welcome in, Bad Monkey, No Banana. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome. Good to see you.
Monday.
But she is buried next to her brother-in-law, Charlie. He does have a grave because he died in France in 1934, I think, just before she died. He was killed in action. So he's buried at that cemetery, and he does have a stone. And I got curious because law in every state are different. And I did not want to get in trouble for going onto someone's property and get arrested for trespassing. So I looked up Alabama law. And by law, they have to give us a right of way to go visit the cemetery. And we're allowed to go. They have pretty much three stipulations. If you're a family member, like a direct descendant, or maybe like a second cousin or something like that. So the third one is a researcher, which that's what we are. We are researchers trying to document the cemeteries
before they're gone, because sometimes we'll go look and they're gone. They're just flattened in their goat pens or houses.
And not only do we film for you guys, we may not do in depth like we used to. We would take pictures of every single stone, good pictures of the cemetery. We upload them to Google Maps, and we were kind of working for them a little bit.
We're not really working. We do it.
It's for free, but
we do it because we want to, because we want people to be able to find the graveyards and if they've been looking for them.
Yeah, so they can, if somebody's heard the name and they want to see, maybe my family member's here, they can click it and it'll have the photos options, and all the photos that we uploaded will be there.
And in the past, we have found some graveyards in the middle of the fields and the woods, and we haven't really went to them, but we wonder what's the laws about them. So
technically that Nicholson that I hopped that fence, it wasn't illegal.
But we never actually went there. He came back because he was afraid.
Yeah. I went there. Y'all didn't.
And we didn't, but he's like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find. We was going to go back eventually and found the owner and ask permission.
Yeah. But now that we know how the law works, and welcome in, Bud Files. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's see. Found a lot of and Face the Ace. So good to see you. Thanks so much for coming
welcome in. Hey.
And we as Myers Paranormal actually got another video coming out, and to me, it is the absolute neatest thing it's related to the cemeteries. I had a person reach out and, my family's buried at a certain cemetery. And she told me her story. And the lady died. Well, I mean, it was back in the early 1800s, and said she was full-blooded Cherokee that could not speak English and never did. So no one knew what her name was, but they knew the initials of the tribe that she was a part of, which were AYLS. And when she passed, they put a rock fieldstone and carved those initials in it. And they asked me, can you please find this? This is my family name. This is where her family is. She's somewhere close. And we were able to find it. Unfortunately, the stone being 200 years old, the writing was gone. But it was close enough to where the family was. Everything she described was sort of there. And while we were doing this, searching the cemetery, we used the apps and asked the spirits to guide us. And when we got to that spot, we got the person who asked me to find it. We got her name.
Have we never mentioned the name?
I left the name out on purpose so that, the private information wouldn't, get out to who asked and all that. And her name was spoken on. It came through the app as we were right there. And I was like, okay, this has got to be. So when I got through the video, you guys will see that it's coming up. When we got home, I didn't call her. I just, messaged. And it just blew her mind. She's like, it's close enough. And there was like 6 people buried between her family and that particular stone. And the last name, she's like, I think they're somehow kin. I seem to remember that. So she's like, I'm positive that that's her. And then she's like, in the name, that's insane. So that's one of the reasons why we do what we do, is to be able to bring closure to a family. Now she knows where her great grandmother's buried, and she can come and lay flowers and remember, and because she said she remembered her.
And we did find a grave for somebody else. It was in, I forgot. The cemetery was split off by a road.
Oh yes,
road.
What is the name of that? Blue Pond Cemetery or something like that. It's in a town about 30 minutes away from here. The person's like, I did the story. Her grandmother and grandfather were buried side by side. And when the state decided they were going to put a road directly down that cemetery, splitting it in half, she said, my grandmother was moved, but unfortunately my grandfather was not. And we do not know where he is. And we were able to find him. And he's right on the edge of the road, right at the top of a hill. You can see his grave. And we left her a flag, and she was able to find him. But unfortunately, that whole side of the cemetery has been lost to time. It's there, but the trees and the woods, it's just like a forest. And I mean, it's filled stones and headstones, but it's wrapped in briars. It's just like it doesn't exist. And the other side is perfect. Like, it's clean, it's nice, well taken care of. But the other half's just gone. I mean, it is there, but it's really hard to visit. Welcome in, Mona. Thank you so much for coming in.
Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday.
And thank you guys for sharing us out. We really do appreciate that.
And we had came across a lot of cemeteries like that. Well, the older ones are forgotten in the woods.
Yes.
And the new ones are clean.
Yeah, we actually have another one like that we did a video I can't remember the name of it right now,
But we should be getting into the topic.
so
We forgot what we're supposed
anyway,
to be doing.
we always giving an update, and that's what we're doing. So that's that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get into some more cemetery
But we did
stuff.
explain stuff we did.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
So
while.
all those videos are coming up. I think that's 4 that we have right now. So y'all be looking forward to that. They'll be coming out, Wednesday, Saturday, something like that?
Wednesday and Friday.
Wednesday and Friday, they'll be coming out. So.
And I did it's been a while. I got to get up an inspirational video last night.
Oh, okay. That's good. So all these things are coming y'all's way. And tonight we went back to the good old United States Cryptids book. And Autumn picked the Pukwudgey. Never heard of this. It sounds like something that you do when you're sick, trying to get something. I mean, I'm like, what is this? So do like we always do. I looked up the AI overview. I'm going to read that. And then we'll see what the book says, and then we'll talk about it. So hold on just a minute. She just ate, and we got to handle that. So give me just a minute. I'll be right back. How about it? All right, we're back. We had to make sure she got what she was supposed to get because, when you give her shots, you got to make sure her food matches shot. Anyway, we're good. All right, this is the Pukwudgey. And what is that? According to this, the Pukwudgey is a goblin-like creature from Algonquin and Wampanoag folklore. It is described as a 2 to 3 foot tall with gray, smooth skin, very large noses and ears. Once thought to be friendly forest spirits, the Pukwudgey turned against the humans due to jealousy of the attention given to the creation.
This is what some people think he looks like.
Yeah, that's what this shows. Jealousy of the attention given to the creation giant Mashop, leading to mischief pranks and deadly attacks, including poison arrows, even kidnapping children. Their powers include invisibility, shape-shifting, and creating disorienting fire. Where did the legend come from?
Yeah, it does.
Looks like I know it does, and I think that's where they get some of their ideas for these creatures from, is folklore like that. The origins. The earliest story of the Pukwudgey originate with the how did they say that? Wampanoag people from New England. According to legend, Pukwudgeys were initially considered helpful, trying to aid the Wampanoag people. They became jealous of them because of They became jealous of the people's love for the creation giant Mashop, feeling unappreciated. This resent escalated, causing the Pukwudgeys to play mean pranks. The conflict intensified, with the Pukwudgeys luring people to their deaths and even kidnapping the children. Pukwudgeys possesses various magical abilities, which can be varying between stories and tribes. Their magic arrows, they can shoot.
Rose, thank you for sharing the links.
They can shoot magic arrows that cause misfortune. They can become invisible. They can cause confusion and make people forget their way. Some legends claim that they can transform into other creatures,
Shape shifting.
which is often, what was it said they said they were? A wildcat and porcupine or something like that. Those two, it didn't mention that here. And it says they can create fire and use sand to blind their victims. Let's see. It says cultural variations and persistence. The Wampanoag versus the Ouija. While the Wampanoag legend portrays the Pukwudgeys as dangerous beings, some other tribes have tales where the creatures are more friendly, playing harmless pranks. The stories of the Pukwudgie encounters persist, with sightings reported in the Freetown Fall River State Forest in Massachusetts, a place steeped in the Wampanoag people history. The Pukwudgie remains a fascinating and sometimes frightening figure, embodying the mysterious and potentially dangerous side of nature and unseen wilderness. I think that's probably about the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Could you imagine being shot with an arrow that gives you bad luck? And when she was listening to the video, the person made a pretty good point. Could you imagine walking the trails of Massachusetts in the mountains and stuff and see somebody coming at you, then all of a sudden they change into a panther and it charges you? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. All right. Now, what does our book say? It says, Pukwudgie, a porcupine people of Big Bridgewater Triangle. They're humanoid in type. Their location is the Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts. The earliest sighting is prehistoric, and they are between 2 to 4 feet tall. It says Massachusetts has its own version of the Bermuda Triangle. You can find it if you dare. In the southeast part of the state, west of Cape Cod, it's called the Bridgewater Triangle, according to cryptozoologist Lorraine Coleman, who named the demarcated area in the 1970s. Its 3 points are the towns.
Welcome in, Charm.
Yeah, don't want to miss her. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. It's always good to see you. The name of the 3 towns are Abington, Rehoboth, and Freetown. The triangle encompasses the Hockomock Swamp, one of the largest swamps in the New England Territory, as well as the Freetown State Forest and the city of Taunton. The Bridgewater Triangle is supposed to be a valid place full of high strangeness and territory. Ghosts haunts its roads, marshes, and forests. UFO are often seen streaking across the sky. A few cryptids call the triangle home. They include Bigfoot, the Thunderbirds, and the Pukwudgies. They fit right into the bizarre melee. Pukwudgies, let's see, range in height from 2 to 4 feet, with overall size human facial features, with a thick bush of quills or bristles sprouting out of their backs and heads. From behind, they look like porcupines standing on their back legs. Pukwudgeys are often depicted wearing simple clothing and carrying small bows notched with poison-tipped arrows. Some stories go as far as to imbue them with magical abilities. They can turn invisible for shapeshift, control fire, cloud people's minds as well. Pukwudgeys have been translated variously from Native American languages as a person of the woods, or little wild man of the forest, little people, and little people who disappear. These creatures are humanoid and very intelligent. Like the mini human of Hawaii and the gnomes of Minnesota, the various aliens invading this book. Some stories can be found throughout the Great Lakes, New England. In Massachusetts, these creatures, cryptid beings, originate the I don't even know how you say that. Wampanoag, Wampanoag people lore, which describes the creatures as mostly being minor nuisances until people attempted to either expel or exterminate them by enlisting the help of Moshop, the giant who created Cape Cod itself. The attempt failed. The Pukwudgeys became angry and malevolent. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, who lived in Massachusetts, included the Pukwudgeys in his 1855 epic poem, The Song of Hiawatha, in which creatures tried to kill Kwasind, one of Hiawatha's friends. These days, the creature is essentially viewed as gremlins. They're responsible from everything from minor mischief to even murder.
Let me see.
All right, let's see. They might be comparable to the Greenland trolls, right?
This is one version they say they look like, and then we'll show you what the book says.
Yeah, I'll show you the book in a minute when I'm finished. You're right, Shaw Woman. This story actually comes from the region of the Greenland trolls and all those different things. So it's very prominent when those people migrated here. This story came with them, and it has something to do with it. So these days, the creature, okay, I read that. They are responsible up to murder. One of their most notorious practices is to cause brain fog in their victims and lure them to their death over the cliffs. A sonnet ledge in Freetown is often pointed to as a favorite murder spot for Pukwudgeys. Although the deaths are classified as, what do they use for this? What do you call that? What's a word you can use for?
Use for what?
You can't say it because we'll get a strike. Where am I reading that at? Right there.
Offing yourself?
I guess. Where people jump on purpose. I don't want to say the word because guidelines are, we ain't trying to do that. Or accidents because the coroner doesn't have a Pukwudgie tick box on their autopsy form. In 2017, local police in Freetown affixed Pukwudgie crossing signs.
Okay, have one for night. Be safe.
Who's saying that?
Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good night, brother. He's got to go to the fire station. Appreciate you coming in. And always good to see you. Let me get that off of there. Okay. The local police in Freetown affixed a Pukwudgey crossing sign near the entrance of the Freetown State Forest on Slab Ridge Road.
Go down a little bit more. Okay.
Okay. It was an attempt to get motorists to slow down because of the number of animal collisions on the road was rising. The police believed that yet another of the obscurious deer crossing signs wouldn't generate so much as a tap on the brakes, but that people would definitely slow down for a double take when they saw the evil looking spiky backed creature on the diamond shaped sign. It was a temporary gesture one time with an April Fool's Day joke, but the idea of the permanent Pukwudgey signs installed throughout the area, in addition to being a helpful safety measure, could be a nice little tourism left for the area. The signs could also serve as a warning, and not just for motorists, because if you ever find yourself in Bridgewater Triangle, in between hiding from abducting aliens and dodging ghostly hitchhikers, you should be especially worried of any porcupines you see, and stay far away from any cliffs. And here's our drawing.
This is their version. So everybody's version
Kind of looks
different.
like you when you first wake up for coffee. Okay, so what does this say? Has anyone attempted to investigate the areas of these little beings? I have no idea.
I'm tempting to go. They
Me
said
too.
if you dare, I want to go to their triangle.
Me
What
too.
do they call it?
The
own little triangle.
What is that called? The Bridgewater Triangle? That sounds like
How far is it
awesomeness.
from here?
Long. That's like 16, 17 hours. So it's a long drive.
Maybe one of these days.
Which, if we had a car that would make it, I'd be willing to do it. But no, we can't even get 2 hours away, much less that far. But anywho, that was interesting. Is it real, or is it just legends that came from overseas when the people migrated and it somehow found its way into our folklore? And or is there really something to this?
And then one I read, I saw when people in the woods, they just when they see something really scary, is it just really just a porcupine on his back legs looking like he's waving at you?
Yeah. Porcupines can quite often emulate that. Let's see if I can. I don't even know how to spell it. Okay. Like that. That's a pretty good one. Porcupines often stand up like that, and it wouldn't be much for them just to raise their little arm at you. So, could that be what the creature is? I mean, look at that picture, the way it's those spines on its back and right on top of its head. I mean, oh yeah, Pukwudgies are definitely not fast. They slow.
No,
I mean, not Pukwudgies, porcupines. Yeah, they're not a fast creature at all. But who knows?
We don't know. Like we always says, we haven't been there. We haven't seen one. We have to see.
Always say, read up on it, and you make the decision from what you find. I don't know what I think about this one. Who knows? It could be anything. It's very interesting, and it makes for very interesting reading, that's for sure. A lot of legends that come from native people, when you really look into it, some of it can be explained away, but quite often there's some that's not, that you cannot explain away. So who knows? She says, fairies fascinate me. Not sure where to go locate them. Right? I'm not sure either on that one. So, like I said, if you find anything interesting about that, go look it up. Watch a few videos. There's a few channels on YouTube that do a very in-depth thing on them. And some even have like first-hand accounts of people that claim to have an encounter, and use that and make up your mind on if you believe in them or not. So who knows? With the crazy things that roam the hills.
And get them books. We have a big fairy book with some fairy dictionary.
It's somewhere. I know we still got it. I like it because of the pencil drawing. It's really cool. But we allegedly have a cryptid in Missouri called Momo. Okay, well that's cool. I wonder if that's in this book. Who knows?
It could be.
Who knows? But if there's a location that you would like us to look into, maybe learn the history on it, or a cryptid, like I said, we have that other book that
it's a pound.
It covers the investigations at all sorts of places. There's bars and asylums and old hospitals and hotels, and it's just cemeteries and homes. So we'll probably do one of those next time. Pick another location, and we'll do kind of like we did today. We'll read what the book says, and then we'll pull up the kind of like the AI overview and do like a little quick thing and see what we can get into with it. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've never heard of the Pukwudgey. Like, it's crazy. I wouldn't know what to do if I seen a little 3-foot tall person wearing some like leather clothes chunking an arrow at me. I wouldn't know what to do. So let's see. Who knows what's in the mountains and woods? Like the screen Jonathan caught that night. Right? Yes, that was absolutely insane. And I've listened to that 1,000 times and have played so many different creatures. I can't compare it. Now on this one, I think I'm going to run to the banjos because I ain't necessarily afraid of the people that's playing them.
Yeah, there's a lot of history getting erased.
So
that's why we try to document everything we come across.
Learned of an asylum I've never heard of before. History is getting erased quick. You're right. It is. It's disappearing little by little.
We wish we could go into more buildings, but most of the buildings are around here. Most places you're not allowed to come in.
Mm-mm.
And we're not ones to trespass.
No, heck no. I ain't trying to go to jail.
YouTube frown upon that.
Yeah, I don't do urbex. The people that do the urbex is asking for trouble, I think. But anyway, we really super enjoyed this, and we have the videos that we were talking about coming out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we hadn't been able to go film a lot because of the heat. And
but it's getting so nice, and I'm ready to get out.
Like I said, we done those 4 videos pretty quick there, and so we have that. But like I said, Wednesday I got to get up early and got to go do stuff with Dad, and then Thursday's grocery shopping.
We appreciate y'all showing up. We're sorry we haven't been on in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. A lot's been going on, but we really enjoy coming back on here.
Mm-hmm. It's always awesome. Yeah. Always good to see you guys. Kind of start off kind of dreading it because I'm trying to figure out what to say, and once you get into it, figure out what you're talking about. Once you get my mouth going, it don't want to stop. So anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for coming in here and watching the videos and liking and subscribing. If y'all have not seen that video that we took at the cave, it came out last week. Go check that out. I think it only has 14 views on it.
Yeah, I put some hashtags on it. You forgot to do
It's really, really good. The investigation's crazy. We got some answers.
We're definitely planning on going back to do all of the equipment. That was just a last minute thing, so we didn't.
Yeah, I'd like to go back at night.
Anything?
Yeah, I didn't bring any of the. Or did we?
All we brought was.
We had it, but it was in the car, right?
No, it was just. I wanted to go check it out, see if we could get to it.
It was an investigation with this, which is enough. I mean, by golly, we got plenty. So,
but definitely ready to go back and get more detail because they wanted us to come back because.
Yeah. So, anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. It's really good to see y'all. I guess until next Monday.
Bye, y'all.
We'll
Thanks
see y'all
for joining.
later.